It is Tuesday, May 26th. I am here with the bright and shiny, the happy yellow Joy Behar. How are you, Joy?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm pretending we weren't fighting a couple seconds ago, and we're just going to dive into
I
this.
don't know. What, are you call that fighting?
We were poking.
You must have the most serene relationship with your wife if you call that fighting.
Yeah, that's about, we were amiably disagreeing with each other.
Well, we'll see who's going to win that one.
I heard you had a rather eventful Memorial Day weekend. Tell
I
us
did.
about it.
Well, a couple of things happened. Number one, there was a flood in my apartment.
Yeah, you're underselling this. You had a massive amount of water and destruction
They
in
have
your
to.
apartment.
It's a bedroom. They have to replace the ceiling, the floor, and the walls.
You weren't in there when it happened.
No,
were you?
I would have been. I would have been drowned.
Washed away, yes.
Washed away.
Poseidon Adventure.
It came down a lot.
Yeah.
Like, for something, I don't know why, but the furniture was okay, but the walls and the floor and the ceiling were not. How could that be?
I don't know. So you came in and this is just, was Bernie home alone? What happened?
No, nobody was there.
Okay, thank God.
It was while I was here. Anyway, that, and then, even worse, I was Charlie horsed all weekend from a Pilates session.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, I had to put those salon pads on me. You know those things?
I have no idea what you're talking
They're like
about.
these hot. It's like a patch that
Okay.
you put on the pain.
Oh.
I'd rather
Yes.
go to the dentist. At least at the dentist, he fills the cavity or he gives you a veneer, and that's
Yes.
the end of it. This is like every week until you're in the grave. No.
All I know about Pilates is it's what people who lose weight on Ozempic say they're doing to lose the weight. I don't know what it actually
No, you
is.
don't lose weight on Pilates.
Okay.
That's a misnomer.
Okay.
It's supposed to make you stronger and tone you a little. I don't care about toning, but I want to be a little stronger.
Yeah, all right. Well, and is this person just sadistic? That's
No,
torturing you?
they miscalculate how much you can actually endure.
Yeah.
But I felt it, boy.
Oh, man. All right. Well,
All right. Anyway, that's my whole story.
all right. So what about the recovery of your bedroom? What's going to happen? Do you get to redesign now?
Well, the building is responsible. I didn't do anything.
I'm in the middle of a renovation right now at my house.
Annoying.
It's a lot.
Annoying.
It's, you're kind of limited. There's rooms I can't go into. I have to share a bathroom with my wife and two teenage daughters. I mean, that's not great.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's pretty horrific, actually.
Well, c'est la vie.
Yeah, it's all right.
I
but-
grew up with one bathroom.
I did too. I
Yeah.
did too. But I didn't have the two daughters is a lot. The amount of
And they spend a lot of time, and they're just going to get worse as they get
the
older.
amount of their skincare routines are
Yeah.
very, very
Elaborate.
yes. And my stuff's not allowed to live on the sink. So I come in, mine's in the hallway.
Yeah.
And then theirs is taken over. It's a lot. And they resent me being there. All right. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay.
We had Senator Chris Murphy on the show today.
Yeah.
And you've said you're a big fan of his in the past. One of the things he said today that was interesting, I thought, was that having a job in Congress is good, but not one that you would sell your soul for.
He said it's not that great a job.
It's not that great a job.
I mean, I understand that. There's no job that's that great that you sell your soul for a job.
yeah. But
There are other jobs. There are other things to do with yourself. They're just, Congress is, I don't know what happens to them when they get, I think it's more about power, that they have this power to make legislation and they just can't let go of that power.
they want more or they're just afraid of losing it?
It's like parents who have power over their children.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that when I say no, that means no. They even have T-shirts, because I said so.
Right.
And that's how Congress acts towards the American people right now.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I might get one of those T-shirts for work. I think that'd be nice for me to walk around because I said so.
Yeah,
See
I
how
know.
long that
It won't
lasts?
work with you.
No, apparently not.
Yeah.
Another thing he said that I thought was interesting, he said that MAGA has done a very good job appealing to how people in this country feel powerless and left behind. Sonny often says that, Democrats need to go lower and fight back more. Do you agree with that?
When Michelle Obama first said that, when they go low, we go high, I thought, well, that's naive, because they're not, the other side is never going to go meet us in the middle. So you've got to go after them. You don't, as they say, you don't go to a gunfight with a knife. And so I do think I agree with Sonny.
All right. You had a cameo in Hacks this past week.
Right.
But on the show, you and Deborah Vance have an ongoing feud. So she comes on The View to try to settle it.
You would know the difference between a Margot and a Merlot if I smashed it over your head.
And I'm sorry I got you put on the terrorist watch list.
That was you?
Yeah.
Do you remember taping that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in our studio.
Yeah, it was in our studio. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
we've done cameos like that before.
You've done a lot of them.
Over the years.
Yeah.
We've done.
Is there
a
one
lot.
that stands out to you or that you remember specifically?
No,
Nothing at all?
no.
You can't remember a single one. Name one that you've done.
I can't. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember things when I'm in them. See, I've decided. People. I told you the story of Spielberg. We did
Yes.
this on the air. He said, "I said to him, it's nice to meet you at a party," and he said, "I've been on the show." And I took that as a moment to contemplate why would I not remember Steven Spielberg, who I adore and love his work, and I think he's a great, brilliant guy. And I came to the conclusion that when you are in the situation and experiencing something, it doesn't last in your memory. It's so momentary. Because my husband, who's been watching my career for the past, 40 years? He remembers everything that has happened to me. Remember when you interviewed George Carlin and you said blah, blah, blah? No, I don't. So that is what I think is the truth. I'm in an existential situation when I'm talking to people.
Sometimes a name will come up in Hot Topics, and Anna or one of you will say, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Anna,
and then I'll pull out a
usually.
photo of the two of them
So see,
because they've been interviewed.
she understands this because she understands that.
Right.
But this is a different topic. She's talking about people she never heard of in the first place.
Yes, but she sat next to them, had a conversation she has no memory of.
And she doesn't care about them.
That too.
Yeah.
Now, the Hacks thing is actually really cool. I mean, there's not a cooler show on TV. It wins all the Emmys, everything else. And then you were kind of written in for years as this
competitor.
ongoing competitor of her.
It's funny that she would pick me. I don't know why she chose me.
Well, there aren't that many comedians female comedians of your
Of that era.
on television anymore.
Right.
I think that's what it is.
That could be.
Yeah, and her whole thing is that she's trying to have a late night show, and you're a talk show host, and I think it works.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Yeah. Plus, Joan Rivers is dead. I feel like
Yeah,
if it wasn't
they
for that,
are.
yeah. All right. Stephen Colbert's last show aired on Thursday. I wanted
Yeah.
to talk to you about this because did you get to watch any of the
I did.
farewell?
I
What'd you
saw
make
Paul.
of it?
I saw Paul McCartney, and I saw his cohorts come back at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And there was great solidarity. It shows you he was cheerful. He was fun. The audience was having fun. He's going to go out with a bang and screw these people who try to kill the voices of comedians just because you can't take a joke.
Did you do you think that there is a place for late night comedy, political late night comedy moving
Of course.
forward?
It's as American as apple pie. We had Mort Saul back in the day who used to do political comedy. It's the best thing you can do. Bob Hope even, although he was not edgy and he didn't take sides.
Right.
But, when you have a situation like this with Donald Trump in the White House, you have to take a side. It's not like you have two sides here.
He had 6.5 million viewers on that last show, which is really
Good for him.
It was one of the highest rated
Yeah.
shows he's had.
Right.
But it does indicate, when Letterman went off the air, he had 14 million viewers at the end. I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely is. Television's changing and people are watching things differently. So you do wonder what the future will be for that. But
For who? For television
for late
comedy?
night TV, yeah.
Oh, well, that I can't speak to because I'm not a programmer.
No, but was it important to you growing up? Did you watch Johnny Carson? Was that
Of
something?
course,
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
But I'm older than that. I watched Jack Parr.
Uh-huh.
So, when he would have sometimes politicians on, not much.
Right. And they always say that they weren't political in the same way, that you never really knew who Johnny Carson was voting for.
Well, it didn't matter because in those days, you could be a Republican or a Democrat or whatever you are, and you could take the joke because it wasn't harmful
Right.
to you it wasn't harmful to you to make a joke, number one. I mean, there's this, he's on this revenge tour, Donald is,
Mm-hmm.
and every time he has no sense of humor about himself. Look what happened with Obama at the correspondence dinner.
Well, he laughed when you called him Woody Allen on.
That was before he was running for president.
Yes, that's true.
He was different. I said this. The body snatchers got to the guy.
That's interesting. People always make a big deal out of the fact that you guys used to have him on and would joke around with him and things like that. And
I know. I have a picture of him behind me going like this.
Right.
And I have a picture of me. I said this already. Didn't I tell you this
you talked
already?
about the choking. Yeah.
Choking, and also I messed up his hair, and then I got a cease and desist letter from his assistant saying, you guys better check your facts. That's his real hair. So
Really?
he came on, and I pulled it, and it is his real hair.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he doesn't have a rug would look much, much different.
Years later, Jimmy Fallon, when he was running for president, did
Yeah.
the same bit. with his hair and got killed
because
for
the timing is everything in comedy, everything. And so when Jimmy Fallon did it, it was too late. He was already, acting in these bad ways in the White House. When I did it, it was before he was in politics.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, at that time, he would say to me, I remember walking around with him, and he said, George Bush is a disaster. Well, his favorite word, a disaster. So I thought, okay, he understands that, invading Iraq was not a good idea. And then he invades Iran. I can't even.
All right. Well, last week, we had Billy Eichner on the show, speaking of comedians, and he mentioned that he had a crush as a kid on Regis Philbin. And you said you did too.
It was a joke.
Oh, was it?
It was a joke. First of all, I wasn't a kid when Regis was
No, I know,
on.
but you spent time with him. I didn't know if maybe you just...
I thought Regis, if I may say, Regis Philbin was one of a kind.
Yeah.
The man was a master at just saying whatever he felt like saying, and it always was interesting. He was never really boring in any way. He would always come up with something. And I think that deserves a lot of praise. Knowing how hard that is to do.
I interned for him, and I helped him move once, which was a big thing.
Really?
Yeah. I may have told the story before, but...
What, were you working with the Santini brothers?
No, I was interning at Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
And one day, Regis walks in, and he looks, and I think I was the only male intern, and he looks and he goes, "Big boy, you're going to help me move. Come with me." And we went downtown in his Jaguar.
I love him.
Oh, it was great. In his Jaguar, and I helped him move, and I'm carrying boxes, and I went to Muhlenberg College.
Yeah.
And, that's what we had talked about on the way down. And he was yelling as I'm walking down the street, "Get out of the way, it's the Muhlenberg Mule, here he comes." And he was just doing that over and over again.
He's funny. He was
great.
so funny.
Then we're driving.
It's a great loss.
Then we're driving back.
Yeah.
And we're stuck in traffic by Columbus Circle coming up to the Upper West Side. And he gets fed up and he jumps out of the car and he said, "Take this back to the garage." But it was a stick shift, and I'd never driven a stick shift before.
So what'd you do?
I grinded the hell out of the gears to get back. It was a nightmare. It was really bad. I think I might have messed up his transmission.
Did he at least throw you a few bucks?
No.
Nothing.
No, I got a credit for the experience. It was good.
A credit from who?
My college. I was interning. It was fine. Yeah, we didn't get paid back in those days either. But he was great, and he was very much who he was off camera too.
Wonderful guy.
Yeah. And I got to work with him a lot on the Letterman days too. He was one of those. No matter what, if we were down a guest or something else, we would have Regis on all the time. Yeah. And here, even when I started working here, he came on a couple times.
All right. It's enough on him.
I miss Regis. You're done with him. All right. On that same show, Keke Palmer was with us, and she recently did a TED Talk about what it was like growing up as a child star supporting her family. One of the things she said in that talk was, once you've seen life on the other side of poverty, you can't unsee the contrast. You didn't grow up with a lot of money. Is this something you can relate to?
So she's on the other side of poverty now. She makes a lot
and
of
then
money.
some, yeah.
But you never forget it, is what she means.
Yeah,
right?
and you can't realize like how different life can be. And
It's
life
very
was.
important. It's I have a bunch of friends. One of them used to be the CEO of J. Crew. Another one is a famous television star. Another one ran the television. Another one runs networks. All these people, billionaires, a lot of them.
Yes.
And I went to Vegas with them.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun. And all of them came from humble background, all of them. Particularly one of them who had to sleep in the kitchen. And he has no interest in people who are not self-made, this guy. I won't say who it is. Doesn't matter. But if you're self-made and you come from humble background, you will always retain your empathy for others, and you will try to help other people. And you will not take your wealth for granted and not decide not to pay taxes.
It's a conversation I, again, see on the internet a lot when people get fed up with you guys and your opinions.
Yeah.
They say, well, they don't know what they're talking about. They're all billionaires. They're all millionaires.
I grew up at I lived on the 5th floor of a tenement till I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
My mother, when I was a baby, had to drag the carriage up those stairs. Please.
And you're not even the exception at our table. There are several
Others,
of you
well,
that really
yeah.
came from poverty.
All of us. Whoopi grew up in the projects. So did Sonny. I don't know about Sarah. I think Sarah was sort of middle class.
I think so too. Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know the other one.
Alyssa came from a very humble upbringing too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. And
Anna comes from Nicaragua, where there was a dictatorship there.
Yeah.
Even though they were okay financially, that's another rough background.
But I guess the question is, do you forget where you came from? Is
Never
part of
forget it.
And
Never forget it.
I think that's what Kiki's
My Uncle
talking
Ralph
about.
used to, because they moved to a really cute, nice house in New Jersey, but still middle class, lower middle. He used to take his kids for a tour of where he grew up in New York City. Not the
I think it's
projects,
important
but
to show
the
people that.
tenement.
Yeah.
And he would say, "You see this? This is where I grew up, and do you appreciate where you are now?"
Mm-hmm. And do you think that's something that matters to kids? Do you think like you can appreciate it if you haven't lived through it? It's hard. I wonder because you've got kids that grew up in better circumstances than
My
you did.
daughter was a waitress when she was 16 because we had no money. Even then, I had nothing.
Yeah.
When I got fired from GMA, and then I got divorced, and I had no money. So she and I had to struggle.
Yeah.
I've struggled in my life. It hasn't been that easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, I also think you understand and agree that not everyone can pull themselves up, too, and that we do need to help people.
I don't never see myself as a victim.
Right.
So my whole task was, how can I work this out so that I can, and I had to take risks. I went on the road as a comedian. I used to get on stage at midnight at the Improv with 3 drunks in the audience and apply my craft. It was hard.
As long as you didn't imply the drunks.
No, but you do the things you have to do to get ahead.
Right.
If everything's given to you, why would you ever do any?
No, I
why
think
would you
that's right.
take any risks?
I think that's right, and I worry about my kids sometimes.
Well, but they're going to be in hot water very soon with AI anyway.
That's true.
So they're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, but they want to be singers, so they should be fine.
Well, well, AI could replace a singer in a minute.
Yeah, not
You
a
say to
kid.
them, sing like Ella Fitzgerald, and the thing sings like Ella Fitzgerald.
That's true. It's not really the live theater experience you're looking for.
I
but
think
yes.
my theory about it is I think that blue-collar workers are going to be more valued than white-collar workers.
Probably.
Right? Because, who's going to really fix your house? Like, who's going to come and my walls, my floor, my ceiling? Is a robot going to do that? I don't think so.
Not soon. Speaking of AI, there was a story on the list today about a new AI collar that claims it can translate your pet's sounds. All right, so it'll tell you what Bernie is really thinking.
Really?
Yes. Would you try this?
I want that.
All right, we'll see what we can get for you.
Get that for me.
I will.
You can come. I'll bring him in, and you can see what happens.
Put him
there.
on the podcast. We'll talk
We'll
to him.
put
We'll
him
see
right
how
on
it's
the
going.
podcast.
Yeah. Cha-Cha's already here. We'll bring Bernie too, and we'll see what he's got. He can tell us why he keeps crapping in your tub.
He only did that one time. The dog, when we leave him alone, we come home to poops. It's not. People go, "Oh, he's mad because you left him." He's not mad. He does not spite. It's anxiety from being left. Who's going to feed me? And they were talk about living in the moment. They don't have a sense of what happened before or what's going to happen in the future. They totally live in the moment.
Well, what do you think Bernie is saying? If we get the collar on him, what are we going to learn from him?
Feed me.
Yeah.
Can I have a bite? When is my lunch?
We can find out why he wants you out of the bed.
Well, that bedroom's gone.
Yeah. So now there's no choice.
So now we're sleeping in Bernie's bedroom.
Oh,
Luckily,
no.
we have another bedroom.
Not great. All right. So research has found that bonding over a shared dislike of a person or topic generates a stronger sense of connection and trust than bonding over a shared interest. That's interesting to me.
So the enemy of my enemy is my
Yeah, like
friend.
you and I talking about something that we hate in unison.
We bond.
We bond
with
more
our
than
hatred.
talking about something we
That
like.
is basically the story of the Trump supporter. I believe that they are bonding over. We're getting the liberals. We're dealing with the liberals.
Yeah.
in
We're
a
owning
bad-
the libs.
We're owning the libs. That's the phrase.
Yes.
And I think that keeps them going, even though all of the policies are against them.
Right.
The fact that they're owning the libs makes them bond and feel like they have to keep supporting this president. At one point, though, I think they're going to realize that the policies are harming them more than they are owning the libs.
Yeah, well,
When that day comes, we'll all have a nice glass of champagne.
and we'll bond over our love
And we'll
of champagne.
we'll bond over the fact that they finally got with the program and understood how this administration is harming them.
All right. This is your last podcast for a little bit because next week
Oh.
you're not going to be here.
Oh.
Are we talking about this?
Well, they made me bank the weekend shows.
Yes, you're going to be on the weekend shows, even though you're
Even
not
though
here.
I'm not here. You
Yes.
better tell people why I'm not.
We'll explain. Well, we're talking about it right now. This is a podcast that goes out to a lot of people. So
Well, you need to Chiron. Joy is gone, but this is on tape.
we will make sure that people understand that
Yeah.
you're. I mean, they know we're not really there at 9:00 in the morning on a Saturday.
Right.
But in the meantime, you're going to be in both London and Paris. You're
I
doing,
fly to Paris this week,
Yes.
and then I go take the channel
Mm-hmm.
to London after a week. And I'll be in London the second week doing my play, My First Ex-Husband, at the Boulevard Theatre in the West End.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Jackie Hoffman and I being the two American women talking, and then we have two British actresses.
This is very exciting.
Doesn't that sound like fun?
Yeah. Are you going to do an accent or are you going to be
No.
regular Joy?
No. I don't know. We're not sure yet if they should be Americans because, they can do any accent, the British.
Right.
They're very good at that.
They are. They're very good at doing American accents.
The thing in Paris, did I tell you about this already?
You did. You're doing playwriting in various cafes.
Various cafes.
Yes.
How fun is that?
It's very exciting. I want to hear more about it.
And there's a Matisse exhibit. There's a Calder exhibit there. There's all sorts of things going on in Paris.
And we're going to have some folks filling in for you. I'm not revealing
Like who?
everyone.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
week one, I'm going to say, we've already told people that Cheryl Underwood's coming.
For a whole week?
No, for 2 days.
Or 2 days.
And then next week, we're going to have Kara Swisher, who
Very
is very
nice. She's
funny,
very
very
smart.
smart. She'll be great.
Yeah.
Anna will be here some days. And Whoopi's going to be here on Friday, so that'll be good.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, she'll be on the Friday shows.
Okay.
Yes. I don't think she knows yet, but I'll let her know that she's going to be here. And that's all the time we have, but it'll be
Okay.
great. So, and you're here all this week, and we'll have fun.
I'm here till
And,
Thursday.
Yeah, and we got good stuff. Thank you for joining me today, Joy. Tomorrow, I'll be back with Sarah Haynes. Wednesdays, Hump
Okay.
Day with Haynes.
Is that what you call it?
That's what I call it. And we'll see you then.